Hey guys, Vern Danke. Today we're going to take a tour of some very inexpensive homes in the Philippines. Now, I'm kind of starting this as a way of backtracking. I recorded this video and then I learned some more information that I'd like to share before I start the video. So in the Philippines, a foreigner cannot own land. Now, the homes I'm going to show you are just that. They're homes. Now, the reason they're considered homes is you own the house and the lot. Now, a foreigner can own a condominium, but they can't own land. In most condominiums, they own the land, you just own the unit, okay? So that's the difference. So maybe you marry somebody and you want to buy a house together. The house has to go into the name of the Filipino. Now, maybe you need a inexpensive mother-in-law's place. Well, this is a good alternative. So all things to consider, let's check it out.
Hey, Vern.
Hey guys, Vern Danke. Today we're here looking at some new homes in a housing development just south of Valencia, and it's called Bria Homes. So let's check it out. So this home here that we're looking at, this one is how much?
1,383,000.
1 million, okay. And this home over here?
580,000.
580,000. And there's also another option?
Yes, but we don't have any model house.
Okay, so it's not ready yet. Okay,
Yes.
okay, great. All right, so I'll just look through. That's
Yeah.
okay? Okay, salamat. Thank you. And so when will these houses be available, Dai?
Actually, we already turned over some of the units, but if it is still, I could hardly speak English.
Okay. So,
In less than 12 months from reservation date, then it will be available for turnover.
oh, okay. And is it easy to finance these, or is it hard to finance a home if somebody
it's,
needs finance?
For down payment, it costs much, 15,875. But after that, so the monthly amortization is cheaper, 2,994 per month.
Okay.
So it's not really, what do you call that?
It's not difficult?
Yeah.
Okay.
Difficult.
Okay, great. Salamat, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'd imagine it would be good to get in early, and then you can get a place like here on the corner lot where it would be really quiet. So I think she said this was 1315, but we'll look at it. Let's see what it has. All right, so looks pretty nice inside. It's pretty simple. A little small down here. They have it laid out nice. So I think this is a door possibly going outside to a dirty kitchen. Let's see where this one goes. Yeah, this would be our dirty kitchen out here. And there's your sink. And then you have some places to plug in if you need to cook out here. So these are real small, but if you need a cheap place to stay, there you go. All right, so looks like you have a little single bathroom. Yeah, I got ants coming through. That's the thing here. We got a lot of ants in here. Oh my gosh, it's like a little ant infestation. And you can get that anywhere in the Philippines. That's pretty common. Whenever you take over a jungle, there wasn't anything before, you get the ants. All right, so we'll go upstairs. Simple little hallway. And it looks like you got one little nook and bedroom here. It's actually a 3-bedroom. It's kind of a surprise. Oh, there's more ants. You like ants? There you go. A lot of ants. Like I say, you get that anywhere. You got to get rid of them once they start. You got another small little bedroom in here. So this is probably, I would say 6 foot wide by 8-9 foot long. And then you have another bedroom here. This is a little bit bigger. It's probably 10-11 foot long by 5-6 foot wide. Yeah, longer, 6. It's probably 10 by 12. I want to say it's a 10 by 12 room. I don't have a tape, sorry guys. I don't have a really wide lens here, so I'm just gonna have to pan around. But I just want to give you an idea. So for about 25 grand, 30 grand, you can have a little house. All right, so let's go down, let's look at another one. Hello? So let's look at a different unit. I think these are well, they're a little cheaper. I don't know how much cheaper, but let's look at these. So you can see the square footprint of what you got to work with for your house. It's not very big, it's just simple. But if you need small and you need to be in a certain area, then this might work for you. So they got this one laid out. Looks kind of nice. Back it up so you can kind of see. Got a little table in here. Oh, and then it just kind of goes right into the bedroom. Well, that's about as simple as you can get. But if you just need a cheap house, place to crash, maybe 1 or 2 people, you don't have many things, this might be enough for you. If you just want to live simple. You have a little bathroom. There again, you got the back and some more being built. So this is a pretty big complex. And I think you only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions of homes. Anywhere from 580,000 all the way up to 1,500,000. So 580 would be about 10 grand. So I think this house you could buy for about 10 grand. What do you think about that, guys? You need a cheap little place to stay and you're tired of paying rent. You got 10 grand, well, there you go. All right, so let's look around, let's see what they have here. So this is brand new. And they're still not finished. They're not having people really move in yet, but so they have sold some units. It's a pretty big complex. Basically row housing. It's pretty no frills. They've got a little park with a basketball place going in. Imagine living in a big apartment complex housing area where you own your own apartment. They're calling it a house. I guess by all means, it would be your house. I kind of look at it maybe like your apartment. They don't consider them condos. I guess maybe you could consider it a condo. I guess it depends on how you define it. But any event, we need to put some trees here because these places are going to be really hot. So that's one drawback I see. You know, if you're in an area that has a lot of trees, it cuts down the temperature probably 10 degrees. So, you know, everything looks the same. Another row of units. And so if we go down here, I'll show you the little community park that they have put together. And it's in a fairly quiet area till the people come. Then I imagine it's going to get kind of busy. But these places usually have one way in and one way out, which I don't really like. Because if the highway gets really busy, then it's a real pain to get out and get in without it being dangerous. I've seen a couple communities where their entrance and exit was in a horrible area and they had lots and lots of accidents. All right, so there's their covered basketball community center area, which is kind of nice. Actually, real nice. And then more units, as far as the eye can see. So I think these are called housing developments. I think that's what they call these here. And these are on the budget end. For new, they're on the budget end for new housing. You could buy these same kinds of houses a lot cheaper being used, but they don't look too pretty. So you've got that. And I have no idea how much they hold their value, but gosh, they got the units just as far as your eyeball can see, right? They go all the way down there. So anyway, you get the gist. They're not all finished. They're in the process. And if you like a community living and you like to live inexpensively, then this is your style. Here you go. Here you go. Here's one that hasn't been finished yet. It's in the raw. So it's quite different from the one that is set up with all the stuff. Oh, I'm not sure, they just got some trash in the wall. It's kind of funny, but okay. Maybe they're capping off some pipes. Or keeping the pipes from getting concrete on them. All right, so there you go. There's level 2. It's got a steel roof. I don't like a steel roof because it gets so dang hot. If they insulate it, it's not so bad. But just by itself, not a huge fan. What I would like to see is some kind of a covering up there that wouldn't hold the heat. All right, let's just poke around a little bit more while we're here. So I'd imagine they're gonna have some kind of street lights in there when it's finished. Boy, there's a lot of units in here. This place is gonna get really busy once it's housed and people are living in here. So with the economy, I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. Because people don't have a lot of money to start buying houses. And even though if you live outside the Philippines, these houses might seem inexpensive to you, they're a lot of money to the Filipinos here. That's a lot of money to own a house like this. That's a real blessing too. Whew, right, the heat though, that's the worst thing. Oh, they have their own water tower, so that's good. At least you have your own water pressure coming from that tower. That's a great idea. You're gonna need it with all these homes. All right, guys, so there you have it. Inexpensive houses. Prefab, ready to rock and roll. So here's something different that you'll notice in the Philippines. A lot of times they have these shutter type windows to let the air in and to close it off. And some have screens and some don't. So these are still under construction, obviously. But the houses on this side, they just have big windows that swing open with the bars on the inside. So if you live in any community here, you want to have some bars on your house. It just keeps people from thinking about coming in. Now this is kind of a different style. I would like to see some kind of a bar if there was a fire that you could get out or open or unlock from the inside. But this one doesn't appear to be as such. Yeah, this one's pretty much the same. So you just have some levers here to hold it closed when you're gone, which look pretty secure. People aren't going to get into the ground level. It looks pretty secure. I just worry about you getting out if there was a fire. This even has its own turnaround. Look at that. That's pretty fancy. With all these people. This is going to be a move and grooving place when all these places get housed. I'd like to come back here in the future and see how this looks, how different it will be. So to my friends back in the US, if you're into tiny homes and living like that, these are perfect for you. These will meet all your needs. These have a really small footprint. If you don't have much stuff, you can live pretty cheap. You're ready to rock and roll.
Hey, Vern.